Alright, we are back at KSP for some more Redneck Rocket program. And today we are going to do a couple things. First off, we are going to go see if we can grab that satellite, get some power into it that we have out orbiting the sun with our Grabberator ship here, which will be our first attempt at flying this. We did some changes to it last night, and we want to see if it works a little bit better tonight. So let's give it a fly. Yes, Greg, it most definitely was. And did you see what I put in IRC for you? I was trying to talk to you earlier and you were missing. We were going to be doing some adventuring tonight, but things kind of fell apart. Didn't happen. You, my friend, are not strutted. Everybody else looks like they're strutted properly, but you are not. That needs to be fixed. Yes, we tested it out, and that actually isn't the part I was talking about for you, though, because I actually needed to talk to you about something specifically too. When I hollered at you earlier, but something you did, I'm guessing, with the change to the GUI. I don't really know why that would have done it for the advanced crafting table for a chest, but it broke his chest. And I only know that was something that you did because we tested it with two people, one on the old update and one on the new update. XAR was on the old update. He could open the chest and didn't crash. Me and E were on the new update, and every time we tried to open it, it crashed. Didn't happen with your chest, only with his, so I'm sure there's something that he needs to fix so his aren't breaking. But no, what I was actually talking to you about was something else. I'm not sure what it was at the moment. I gotta think about why it was I had pinged you earlier. Yeah, I know it's something I did, but I would like to know where I forgot to add compat to the old functions of my GUI. Well, hopefully he'll come back on there sometime soon, or come back online sometime soon and figure out what it is that was broken, because I'm not real sure. Oh, and I was talking to Net about it with the old button cover. He said that it needs to be a block so it can actually put out regular redstone, because there's no bundled cable in GregTech. So we can put out other strengths of wire, because we can only hook one of your cables to that cover. So we can't use it on the redstone wire without a block to put it on that outputs redstone at whatever signal we push on. So just wondering if that's an idea of something that you could add. He's got an old video, if you'd like to see it, of how he use the button cover for an elevator back in GT4. Well, your button cover, you can't connect it to vanilla redstone. And you cannot put out variable strengths with your redstone wire. You can't put it out to variable wires either. Where if there was a redstone block or a block that would put out vanilla redstone strengths by whatever button, a universal extender may work for this. I haven't tried it yet. And if it does, then that'll work. I just had that pop in my head that might actually work, but I don't think so. But I can try it. I think that's what it was that I was wanting. I can't remember exactly. You can always connect the GT6 wires to vanilla redstone. This is true. Let me launch real quick. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay. This is true, but it isn't going to put... You can't send out a different strength by the button you push. If I have a GregTech cable coming off the button, or the cover on the redstone cable, and I push a number 4, it's not going to give me a red strength of 4, I don't believe. If I'm wrong, please, tell me. As far as I know your cables, it's all or nothing. Hi, Chronicle, how's it going? Hi, Ben, how's it going? Alright, I'm gonna go play with it in the morning and see what I can do. Because I swear your cable doesn't remember power strengths. It's all or nothing. Not a whole lot. Just, holy crap, look at that flare. What is up with that flare? That's 17 boosters. I do not have 17 boosters on this rocket. I have 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's something very wonky with this ship. Hold on. Revert to assembly. Yes, I know it's every 16 blocks, not every block. But that's kind of what I'm talking about, Greg. How in the hell does that have... That says there's 9 just on that one. Why? It thinks there's 9 on that one. So basically it's bunching every one of these into like 9 of them for some reason. Well, that would be where the lag's coming from. Because that's supposed to be 3 boosters. 3 here, 3 there, 3 there. And for some reason that 3 is translating into 9 of them. It's duplicating them. Alright, let's just take all these off a second. Okay, I think I got that all clear now. So, what about you? Is there only one of you? No, there's 9 of that one, 9 of that one, and 9 of that one. Alright, what we're going to do, I'll get all of these off and we're going to restart it. We're going to do just 1. Oh, what the hell screwed up with that? And we want 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. And we need to get them level. There, that's better. Alright, and then we're going to do, you're not in the right spot, thank you. Why are you doing that? Get on the... There we go. Okay. Now we'll do this, that. Come on, give me that one. Thank you. And tie each one of these in. Should build the Apollo rocket or something. I don't even know what the Apollo rocket looks like. Other than just a straight up rocket. They've got a history DLC that adds parts for and missions for the old rockets and stuff like that, but it's like $15, something like that, and right now I'm poor. I'm broke, so I can't justify spending $15 on a add-on to a game that I didn't pay much more than $15 for in the first place. Alright, so now we're going to do 3 of these back on here. And you only added 1. It deleted the other 2. You dirty bastard. And at least there's only 3 of them, so let's try fixing it. And if I put that on there, that's only adding 3. Okay. If I add this one, you're only adding 3. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, I don't know what changed from me logging off last night to me logging in today that this thing's decided it wanted to go all ape shit. But for some reason, it definitely wanted to. Alright, let's use the move tool here. Try to get these a little more level. Oh, I'm not on the right thing. I mean, I am on the right thing, but it's moving something over there. There we go. Oh, it's moving multiples of them. Okay, it's moving them all 3 at once. Alright, so let's try putting the caps back on. And now we'll have to do the structure ties. Ah! Get your ass back in there. Okay. Save it there. Alright. Now let's go try to fly it and see if it's any better. Hey Creeper, how's it going tonight? Minmus is the second moon of Kerbin. A little bitty green rock way the hell out there in the outer reaches of Kerbin's sphere of influence. Alright, night, Chronicle. Have a good one. Sleep well. Yeah, you're right. I most definitely am. But, yeah, I kind of slept in, and I never heard anything from... Oh, shit. I forgot to do staging. Never heard anything from Peter if he was going to be available today or not, because he said he got a new job. Okay, hopefully I have this right now. Let's see how it works. 3, 2, 1. Well, that worked absolutely perfectly. That is exactly how I wanted this to work. How the fuck did that even happen? I don't even know how that happens. Apparently, I just built a fireworks launcher. I'm not quite sure how, but I did. Let's try this again. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Some of my struts are not working on the base right there. It's fighting against itself. Well, at least they didn't take off like skyrockets independently. Kerbal, you make a great game at times, I'm telling you. Alright, so it looks like the fact that I have these way down here instead of over there like that. And I probably should do more than one of them. For each one. Okay. Save it. Let's try it again. Yeah, I have to agree. It was amazing in itself that it failed so beautifully. I honestly don't know how you would do that. All right. Throttle back up. 3, 2, 1. It's still pulling out. How? I can see why. Remember we lost some of our fuel tanks in here? So the pivot point is up here instead of more in the center, and we can't tie them. We need to tie them to each other down here. That is what the problem is. Last time I had them tethered way down below, and now they are tethered up about center point. Yeah, I was wondering about that myself. Because you're right, it definitely looks like that tank is all up into where it doesn't belong. And see, I'm wondering if this is where I got into the problem we had a little bit ago, is that this thing does not want to go back on because of their detection system of where it actually is. And last time I did this, I pulled... Fuck. Okay, so last time I did this, what I ended up doing... See, that pulled each one of them off of there. Alright. So we're going to try this again. And hope this doesn't duplicate everything again. And actually, let's just do this, because I do have this larger tank here. We'll just use it so we have less pieces. Although that's still got a really weird texture glitch right there. Alright, that's better. Now, if I put this back on, let's go ahead and move it up. Say there. That'll get it to ride a little bit higher. And can I move just this piece? No. If I move that, it moves the entire thing. But by doing that, I think I can tether down further. Which actually, what I could do as well is just tether them to each other as well. And that should help. Alright. Let's give that a go. You can control plus Z also. What does control plus Z do? Control plus Z undo. Does undo. Okay. Alright. Throttle up. Go to half this time. 3, 2, 1. That's better. Attaboy. Daddy like, daddy like. Alright. Let's throttle down to about a quarter. We want to save those boosters and let these solid fuels just get us out of the lower part of the atmosphere, or most of it. Alright, now we're up to 100. We can actually turn them off and just let it go on boosters alone. Okay, we need to start throttling back up. Alright, full bore, prograde, dump boosters. Boosters are clear. Start gravity turn over to about 10%. And 25%. And follow prograde. Hey, quiet down there. We're trying to do science. Go away. Alright, and we are headed out to orbit. Now, we are doing landing on Minmus today, but that's not the first thing we're doing. Right now, we are heading out to link up with a satellite and try to get it powered. Because I kind of screwed up and didn't power it properly. Shit. Why do I hear explosions? What the fuck was exploding? Stop the prograde shit. Why are we going so far over so early? Holy shit. Yeah, everything you're doing right now is just wrong. I was going over way too far. Yeah, we kind of screwed that up, but let's see. Kick them off. What the fuck? I still think there's something wrong here. I should definitely be able to lift that with that engine. And I think with it glitching, there's multiple tanks right there. It definitely looks like there's multiple tanks. Which would mean that's why it was having issues. Let's see if we can fix that. It doesn't look like it there, but yeah, look at that. There's 3 engines right there. Why, game? Why? Why do you do this to me? Just try to build a big, beautiful rocket. You want to fuck everything up. Alright, so we only have 3, 3. Wait a minute. It did it again. No, it didn't. We're right. 3, 3, 3. Gotcha. Okay. So we got that fixed. Now, straps. Are all the straps where they belong? No, you're not connected. Could you please connect? Thank you. Okay, everybody down here good? We good? We're good. Okay. Can we try this again? And actually get a proper launch? I was wondering why I needed so much more fuel. Or so much more thrust, because we dropped power out of the main rocket. So, or we dropped weight out of the main rocket. We cut a lot of fuel out. So it definitely should have went up easier. Not harder, but when you got 3 extra fuel tanks and 3 extra engines in there, it's going to be a problem. Alright, so SAS on. We shouldn't have to go past a quarter. 3, 2, 1. See, now that's how you were supposed to be doing it last time. Now that we got moving, we can cut the engines off. We don't have to go all the way to 100. And it goes. Thank you. Why couldn't you done this last time? Because you had too much in the middle. I think my rocket had a little bit of junk in its trunk. That was its problem. A little bit too much sass and ass. Alright, we're starting to tip to the side. Let's throttle up a bit. Use that gimbal to start our correction and gravity turn. Alright, we need to throttle up to full, turn it to prograde. We're at prograde, drop the boosters. And now we can just follow prograde right on out. Now we don't have as much weight. It should not go over as bad as it was. But I'm not going to go look at our target, seeing as how it's being stupid on us last time. I want to be careful this time. Yeah, that's going up so much better now. It's not ditching over. Because when we go to orbital, it should only go over to about 90%. Or 45 degrees, not 90%. And we have already got it all the way out. So let's go ahead and kill the boosters. And just let that head right on out there. Alright, we're up to 60 just about. $62. Let's go ahead and pull it over to the horizon. Well, it's kind of going on its own. Don't want to use too much electrical charge here. Trying to Bruce force it over. Alright, we're at 70. Let's throttle up just a bit. Use the engines to pull it over. And full throttle on the horizon. And now we can switch over here. The boosters will not get us to orbit. We'll have to use the main for that. But it'll get us probably about 1,600 meters a second, I'm guessing. From the last few flights we've done with the original version of this ship. Alright, boosters are off. Boosters are away. Main stage is out. We'll just go to prograde now. And I guessed it that pretty well. It was about 16 to 17. What in the hell are you doing, Junior? Stop fucking with your phone when it's plugged into my computer.
Turn it on.
Well, warn a motherfucker, would you? Thinking my damn computer's falling apart. I need to go turn that damn noise off in my settings, but I always forget. Alright, so Apoapsis is 80. I'm at what? 82? We're good. I'm past the Apoapsis, but we're almost to orbit. Orbit will be coming out here in just a second. There we go. And throttle off. We have orbit. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so this is what we're going after right here. That is our end goal target, is to grab a hold of that guy. But we are going to do some piggybacking. We're going to use the moon to slingshot us out towards Minmus. Damn it, Junior.
I'm not unplugging it.
Well,
It is sitting here plugged in the whole fucking time.
tell it to stop.
What?
Fuck, that thing's making more noise on my damn computer while I'm trying to concentrate on space flight.
There's no reason to make any kind of noise. It's plugged in. It's been plugged in. It ain't changed.
Yeah, well, it's annoying.
Well, there's no reason for it to.
Alright, so that's what I want right there. Pretty much, except... Let's see. I want to make sure that the periapsis stays on this side of the moon. Yeah, see, that's trying to pull it around the other way. And that is most definitely not what I want to do. So I think I need to go this way a little more. Alright, so that's what I want. That's going to send me out there. And then once we get up here, we'll throttle up, and that'll send us out even further. So onto the node. And warp to the next maneuver. Once we get into that orbit, then we'll worry about catching Minmus, because Minmus is going to be probably over in, right in this little area here. So we're going to have to be into this orbit until Minmus gets back around. We need to go that way, which I probably should wait an entire year to do this, but I am not that fucking patient. So we're going to try to chase the damn thing down. It's kind of why I wanted to do this now, because the longer I wait to do it, the further out it's going to get. Alright, so we got a 1 minute, 22 second burn. We're going to go ahead and start about a minute. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Just so y'all know, I really do hate fucking disco music, but for some reason, every time I go for Orbit, that's what comes into my head. And unfortunately, I was born in the late 70s, so I know that song. As much as I don't enjoy it, I can't deny the fact that I know it. You just can't listen to enough Megadeth, Metallica, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses to burn that shit out of your brain, unfortunately.
Burn, baby, burn.
And as you can tell, Junior doesn't help with that at all. Alright, so we're just about done with this burn.
Okay.
And that'll be good enough right there. Alright, so let's warp up here to the escape. Oh, and by the way, you see this right here? That's getting done today. I am seriously getting tired of looking at that thing. Alright, so we're up here to the escape. That's where we want to be. Now let's just go ahead and get into that orbit and we'll adjust things from there. Alright. So now we need to set Minmus as our target. We need to fix our ascending and descending node. We have plenty of time to do this. Looks like point 2 going to be about as good as we can get it on that one. So let's go ahead and warp over here to our next maneuver. Get it set to go. Alright. Maneuvers in 1 minute. We got 9 seconds to go. Or 9 seconds to burn. So we don't have to worry about doing the actual maneuver till we get down to probably 5 seconds. T minus 5 seconds. Alright. And let's give it a little extra here. There we go. Burn. And start throttling down. There we go. Now we have the 0.2. Get back over to this side. We'll go ahead and finish flushing that out. There we go. That gets us to 0. And I do believe we should be able to do that, which will get us out there. And get us our approach targeting, which is good. So let's go ahead and warp to that maneuver. I really love this maneuver button and target buttons. These are awesome. So as I said, he's going to be right over here. We need him all the way back over here. So we need to wait until he catches up, or we need to just shoot out here. Problem being that I'm shooting at that angle. So if I am going to shoot without trying to slingshot off of Minmus, I need to turn and go that direction. So let's go ahead and get this part done first, which is only a 3-second burn. We're going to do a slow burn, actually. I'll wait just a little bit longer. I want to get this right over to the node. Using the engine will help, where SAS will just suck down electrical charge. There we go. Perfect. So there we go. We now have a 0-0 node, and we have Minmus coming out there. Now let's go. So velocity is 98. What? Really moving that fast? That's freaking fast. Are we gonna be able to catch that? Let's go ahead and set it as our target real quick. Yeah, it is way the fuck out there. Let's see. If I do maneuver here and throttle up, that's going to put me into that orbit right there. Doesn't use a whole lot of fuel to do it either. Yeah, that's going to take lots of fuel to get them closer together without doing a whole year's worth of rotating. But what if we do this? 3. Just bring them closer together. Okay, that's going further apart. We need it just about right there. That's going to be as close as we can get it. Right over there. That's a hell of a lot closer over there. I do believe my impatience is going to kill me. Is UV machines worth the amount of titanium, or should I just skip it and rush IV? Are you talking GT5, I'm guessing? And I'll warn you right now, you're probably not going to like my answer. Okay. If Creeper's still here, he will probably disagree with me. Because, well, he disagrees with me about everything. Alright, let's save here. Let's go ahead and wait for Minmus. And let's see what we get that way. Alright, so while I'm waiting on Minmus to get its ass around here, my feelings on it is that you are never better to up your machines to HV, IV, or HV, EV, IV, and so on, than you are to make more of them at a lower tier, LV, MV, and put them into a processing array. Because the way GregTech works, GT5 in particular, every time you overclock a recipe, it will go from, hold up, we need to fix this. Because he is coming up fast and I am not going to get back around here. I did not realize he was coming up that fast. There's not a whole lot I'm going to do about it either. I'm going to have to go ahead and go around, I do believe. Well, I'm only at 138. I bet if I do a maneuver right now, and not do what I just did. Hold on. Right, add a maneuver here, and I spread it out like that. Slowing down a great bit. I should be able to catch him up here. Yeah, no, I screwed it up. We're waiting on another rotation. Or actually, let's just load back and pay attention this time. Anyways, while I'm doing this, so I never make machines that are much more than what they need to be. Making one that is LV that only uses, say, 5 EU as a HV machine, you know, if the recipe you're doing only takes 5 EU, then if you're overclocking it to get 2 times the speed, it's going to cost you 4 times the amount of power. And therefore, you could make 4 of those machines and get 4 times the speed rather than 2 times the speed, rather than going up another tier. But to keep from having to make a processing array or have a huge network of these machines, at 5 EU, if you quadruple that, that's only going to be 20 EU. So if you make 1 MV, it's only going to be 20 EU a tick rather than 5. And again, if you quadruple that, you're going to be at 80, which is still in MV for an HV one. So for things like that, I can say, yeah, go ahead and upgrade them if that's what you're wishing. But for something like an ore washer, where it takes almost the whole 32 EU, you're going to be paying out your ass for an IV ore washer just because you want it to go faster. You would be much better to make a processing array and put your ore washers in there and just make a bunch of them. Alright, so let's this time actually put our focus back on there. And next time we're going to be right there, which is what we want. So let's slow down here for a second. Probably could go to there. And now let's add a maneuver. We're going to that right there, which will pull us over. Alright, so that is actually the wrong side. I want to be on the other side. Wait a minute. Did I go the wrong way? No, I didn't go the wrong way. I want to slow up, hold up, and pull it over a bit more, because I want to see if I can hit it on the upstroke instead of the downstroke. If that is going to be at all possible. Yeah, that is much better. That's going to send us... That's the boomerang effect I want. Or, I guess it's not really a boomerang effect. It's more of a... let's see. But that is going to fuck my orbit up really, really bad. Let's see. Can we say move it up like this? Wait until we get closer. Yeah, we're using a lot of power to do this. Yeah, that's using 258.1 meters a second burn, so it's going to be a 19-second burn. Let's try bringing it down here further. Let's actually bring it down to... Well, let's just delete it and add it down here to periapsis. Now that's only 271 to do that. But again, that's catching on the wrong side. It's not going to be exactly the slingshot maneuver I am looking for. Alright, so... I don't know if this is going to be better than the other option. Let's go ahead and revert back. Let's see, load. Where is curb and escape? There it is. We'll load this back up, and we're going to go ahead and go for the first option and see how that works. Alright, so set to our marker. This is going to be a lot more of a burn, but it's going to get us out there and somewhat close to it. And this will actually get me way out further than I've ever been. I'm trying to think here how I want to do this, though. Let me pause for just a second and think. Because this is going to be a year-long mission. Is it worth it for me to have these 3 astronauts in space for this long? Because I'm going to have to wait for them to come all the way back around. Before I'm going to be able to pick them back up into Kerbin orbit. Unless I can slow them down enough. Which actually I'd have to speed them up. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to try it. Alright, so up to the next maneuver. See, we are on year 0. Oh no, that's our time warp. Where's our actual time? Is that going to come up when I get done with that? Oh no, that is our actual time, I think. Alright, so I want to kind of know how long this takes me to do. All of what I'm doing will be prepping me for later on when I actually do interstellar travel. I think that's interstellar travel. Interplanetary travel? Yeah, because I'm not going to another solar system. Interplanetary travel. I think that's better. Alright, so let's prepare to burn. There we go. And now we are heading out here for a solar orbit. And amazingly, we are still on our main stage. We have still not transferred over to the nuclear stage, so we're doing pretty damn good. Alright, that is good enough. So now let's warp out here. And we'll go ahead just a little bit further. Get into actual orbit here. This will be like our 3rd time of being in orbit of the sun in like 2 days. Alright, so we are now in our orbit, heading for the probe here. So now if I add a maneuver here, speeding up. Now I am going to bring, that's going the wrong way. We need to go that way. Because we want to speed up. Alright, and Yeah, I am not going to get that thing back here through brute force. That's going to be sending me all the way out to Jewel, past Drez, and past Duna. Which I wouldn't actually be doing. To get it into just 1 million. So, and that's actually showing it's going to take all of the nuclear stage. That would kill us, basically. So, we need to back that shit back down. Actually, let's just delete that. So we've got a 2 million separation there. We've got a 500 separation there. So let's go ahead and just speed up here. Well, hold on. Let's see if we can get that 500 just a little bit lower. 3, 2, 1. Let's get back to 1. $15. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and go to this maneuver. Oh, welcome back. Alright, set to the maneuver. How are we doing on electrical charge here? We're okay. Haven't needed to put out the solar panels yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and slow burn this for a second. We might be able to make this a little bit better by adjusting our orbit. I'll take a look at that once we get this done. That's good. So now if we do another maneuver here, let's see. Nope, see that's gonna send it back out. Either way I go, because that's actually the closest point of the two orbits. Alright, so let's warp up to the first intersection, or closest intersection here. Alright, so we need to do this one right here. We need to see if we can adjust that, because that is going to be the closest one we're going to have until we get all the way back around. So we're going to go ahead and speed up time. No, you have not missed the landing. We're still trying to grab this damn satellite. Alright, now if you notice, we're actually coming really close right here. Now if I get into parallel with it before we get there, which we're not, but we're still... Oh, I actually passed him? Okay. It looks like we pretty much passed him. Okay, we're above him. Alright, so we need to switch over to here. Now this is going to be fun. He's supposed to be below us. I bet that's Duna right there. Can I see him anywhere? I'm expecting that box to be out here where I can see it, but I don't see it. Alright, so let's just focus to target. I just go over and click on the dude down there in the corner. I just go right here and hit EVA. Alright, so we want to change this to target. And we want to speed up towards our target. So we are now heading more towards him, but we ran out of fuel. So now it's time to stage. I thought I'd turn them down so I wouldn't do that. Not a big deal, but damn, it's annoying. Alright, so he's so far away I cannot see him. Because, well, he is pretty fucking far away. So let's burn towards him. See what this does. Bringing us closer. It's actually making our node better, I do believe. Because we're going to be bringing it down, basically. But I think I need to slow down some, too. So let's go to retro first. And slow up that orbit a bit. That way we're not coming out quite so far here. Should be bringing my apoapsis in. She's at 13. So I want to see if I can get this down to somewhat close to that. Wow, those are burning through that fuel a lot faster than I thought. Let's go ahead and cut the engine for a minute because I don't want to use too much fuel. Alright, so we've got our separation at 111. Let's go back to target again. Yep, I am a little bit in front of him. That sucks. So I most definitely did not want to be in front of him. Damn it. So if he is behind us, he's somewhere down in there, I'm guessing. Except, no, it says I'm pointed right at him, so he's got to be that way. Yeah, he's still too far away for me to see. Milky Way is beautiful tonight, though. Let's see. His current velocity is 9,333. Ours is 95. So we would need to slow down way more, I do believe, to actually catch up with him. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being new, man. We were all new once. I'm still reasonably new. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having the issue I'm having right now. I'd have known that I was on the wrong side of him at that intersection. I need to slow down more. Alright, so now I understand why people were saying getting near solar orbit was expensive, because I have wasted a ton of fuel and I ain't really changed my orbit shit. So the idea of getting to Duna is, you know, crazy at this point, because that means I got to get all the way out to the red instead of, you know, here in the light blue, which is Kerbin. Alright. So I need to decide what we're going to do here. Because I am just about out of fuel. And I've only got this little thing to get us back. And I know it'll get me back from out here. But I don't know if it'll get us out from Minmus. It'll get us home from Minmus. I'm not sure it's going to get us home from out here. So let's see if we look at Kerbin instead. We've got, you know, that is our closest intersect right there. I'd have to fix it to get it to where I can actually intersect again with Kerbin. Let's go ahead and see if we can make that happen. I can do it right there. But that is going to be all of my nuclear fuel to do so. Or at least just about. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do that. I am going to call this mission off here. And I'm going to just redeploy a new satellite later on. Let's go ahead and warp to our maneuver. And let's get these guys back home and let's get to Minmus. Get our landing done and then we'll look at this problem. We're not out of electrical church. Oh, I gotta go to there, not target. Alright, so ready to burn. With these engines, I'm going to do it right at how much time I have to burn. Damn it, it went 0.1 over. Now, why is that not showing me the approach? I guess it is, but I don't know why it's still got that on there. Alright, so let's warp over here. Now let's get ready for our approach to Kerbin. Check that out. We went from 5 days to 387. Our Kerbins are getting old. They're about ready to have birthdays. Is a year not 365 in this? Because that's 390 something. Alright, so we need to get to right there. Alright, so we are now back in Kerbin's sphere of influence. Warp up here to the periapsis. We're on retrograde. Now we need to burn like a son of a bitch and get an actual orbit. We need to drop every bit of the speed. We need to get down to like 100, if not less. And for some reason that is in the wrong fucking place. So we're now trying to break our orbit of the sun and get into orbit of Kerbin. Man, is the sun not letting go easy. Whoo, we might be... Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We might be sending a frickin' mission up here to save these guys. Whew, we are really low on fuel. Alright, so there's our apoapsis. There's our periapsis. We need to warp over to the apoapsis and pull that periapsis down as far as possible. We've at least got them back into Kerbin orbit. So if we have to rescue them, it'll be easier. We'll back up. Keep an eye on that. We need to get it down. Let's see. Okay, so that's going to get us to the moon. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll try to use the moon a little bit to get us back in. We are really, really getting close on fuel. Alright, get down here into our lunar, our lunar sphere of influence, down here to the moon. Alright, now, when we shoot back out, we're going to go up there. I want to see if I add a maneuver here. See, that's going to spend a whole lot of fuel and not get us back home. And when we leave... Are you serious? It's going to put us back out into... You know, we can't be having that now. We at least need to do that. It keeps us in orbit, because we're basically slingshotting again. Now, I think... Not positive. That says 24. What if I do it down here? because this is the slowest point we're going to be going. That says just to get orbit is going to be 23, so it ain't going to really matter too much when we do it. Alright. So let's just add the maneuver and get it done. Alright, now that's actually going to bring us in quite a bit lower. Oh, hold up. Now that's red. What the hell is that? That's Mun periapsis again? Alright. That's going to get us 6. Oh, it's because there's another node over here. Get rid of that. It's not what we're looking for. Yeah, see, that's going to waste all our fuel to get there. So let's just do that. And get out of here first. Because then I can go up there and drop the rest of it. Ah. What do you mean who's on the stream? There's nobody else on the stream but me. Or you mean watching it? Watching it, I have no idea. Alright, there we go. We got that done. We're back into orbit. Let's go ahead and warp up here. The good thing is I've not used none of my monopropellant, and I know I can use it to land from moon orbit. I've done it before. It sucks, but I've done it. So we might still be able to save these guys, even if we run out of fuel. Alright, so we're going this way. We need to get up here to the apoapsis. Which we have one really weird shaped orbit. And this is going to send us way the fuck back out again. But I got our periapsis lower, so that's all we're worried about. And see, we're going to burn a lot less fuel out here bringing that periapsis in because of how slow we're going to be going. So it's actually kind of good. Alright, so we're on retro. Burn this bad boy down. be coming just about straight back like a lawn dart. So we do not want to come back any shallower than that right there. We actually should probably go to docking and turn on RCS and speed up just a bit. Oh shit, that went the wrong way. Forgot I was in retro. Okay, 60, that I can handle. Alright. So I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and we're going to have to use this warp because it's so small I can't really tell which way I'm going here. Okay, so we're going to warp down to there. Just missing Minmus. Alright. Give me just a second, guys. We gotta do the old man thing. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see if we can get these guys back home. Alright. We are now within Kerbin's atmosphere. So let's burn again. Get rid of as much of that as we can. And that's it. Let's actually go to radio out and get off of dump that, thank you. Now we'll go back to retro. And now we have managed to get us down to only 7 instead of being way out past Minmus. That little bit of burn got us all the way down to here. So now it's just a matter of going to the apoapsis, burning our monopropellant, and getting this down into about 45. So we will wait until we get back out and warp again. There we go. Come back out. Go to the apoapsis. And then we will burn our monopropellant. Won't take much, because we already have a periapsis of 59. The only problem is we can't look at this screen while we're doing it. We're actually going to set to prograde. That way I use the right one. And when we turn RCS on, we just need to do a couple of those. And that gets us to 56. That gets us to 50. $43. That is good enough for me. So now we can get off of docking. We can go back to... We can't go to the periapsis or we'll go around. We can set back to retro. And now we are going to have one seriously long burn. Go ahead and turn off the RCS. But coming in there, we should most definitely come in. We are going to be hitting that heat shield though like a motherfucker. But we should be okay. We're above 3,000. But we're not above, or we're not below 40,000 meters, so we should be okay burning it off. There's a slight chance we might come... Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, we're not going to go back out. If we do, I'll be seriously amazed if we actually go all the way back out. Holy crap, we might go all the way back out. Holy crap. We're going to go back out. Alright, so we're going to do this in multiple. We're down to 40 now and only going out to 600. So we can actually burn some here or just do another wrap around. And I would rather just do another wrap around myself. So that's what we're going to do. Now with this coming in at 40, I'd say we're definitely going to land this time. At least this time we're below 30 or 3,000. Much, much safer. Coming in at 3,000 is a little hot. That's why we set it so shallow. Alright, so 40 is our periapsis when we came in. And we're dipping below that. We're into the 30s. Yep, we are landing. So we only had to do 2 slingshots around the Kerbin. Through Kerbin's atmosphere to slow us down. You gotta love wind. Wind is a great thing. Helps you slow down. Good old gravity and wind resistance is gonna save our butts. There we go. The heat's off. Drag chutes are out. And main chutes are out. We get down to 2,000, the drag chutes will fully deploy. Should take us down to 60 or below. As long as we are below 60, we are fine. I didn't know how much that grabbing unit actually weighed. Oh yeah, 5.8, we're good. We could always blast the heat shield off, which would make us even lighter. Because this heat shield is heavy as shit. But we don't need to because we're below 6. And it can take one hell of an impact. So now we can get on down here and then decide how we're going to land on Minmus. I think we're going to try our moon lander. We're just going to upgrade it a little bit. So now we can recover the vessel. And why did nobody tell me I forgot to change the page back? Damn it. Can't believe I did that. You guys are supposed to be paying attention. Alright. So, recovered a vessel from orbit of the sun. 5.3 more science there. So we have 367 science. We are getting low on money. But since these guys made it out to Minmus, they have advanced to level 2. We have something new to do here. Haul a 2477 switch liquid fuel engine into escape trajectory out of Kerbin. Alright, well we will take it, but we're not doing it right now. Let's go to the research area. And let's see what we want to get here. So this is what they're wanting us to haul out. This is going to give us the Clampatron docking port, which I think is the bigger one. The afterburner and the Mach 2 cockpit. It's the MK-25 parachute, medium lander, and a much bigger heat shield. We don't need that stuff yet. Fly-by-wire reaction wheel. Not worried about that either. Probodyne. A decoupler. Some community stand. I'm not real worried about that right now. These are 300 apiece. Let's see. The device contains an extremely sensitive acceleration sensor, which when properly settled on a firm surface will detect and record accurate seismic activity data. Accelerometer will still function while flying, so the double C can also be used to measure acceleration during flight. Warranty void if shaken or exposed to vacuum. Ha ha ha. High power electronics is going to give us a huge solar array, a bigger rechargeable battery bank, a fuel cell, and a thermal control unit. Can do this, which will give us the huge fuel tanks, but we don't need those until we can get these, which that is in the 500 science level, which we need to level up to get. So we're not going to mess with that one yet. We need like 800 science to do that. But I'm thinking we should try out this accelerometer thing. It'll also give us a communitron and a relay antenna, which would probably be a good idea to have. The other thing is unmanned tech, which is a probodyne. Ooh, I think I want that one though. But to get that one, we need to do this relay at 160. So we can either do this one and this one, or we can do this one and save up for this one. And we're just going to grab this one for now. And then the next thing over here is going to be a drone core, another communicatron, and a bigger relay. And I think I can get some science out of that thing we just got. Let's go look. We're below 1 million. So we need to be careful here. And we'll get some more money when we land on Minmus, which we're getting ready to do. Hey, Death. How's it going, man? Alright, so we're going to look at our... Where's it at? I want my moon lander, thank you. Moon lander Mark II. There we go. Alright, so this is pretty much the same ship we just flew. Just a little different. And we're going to adjust out some of that difference here. One being, we're going to take this to 3 boosters instead of only 2. And with that, we can go ahead and ditch part of this upper stage. So we're going to take this off here and then dump all of that, and we're going to switch over to the skipper for this upper stage. There we go. That'll put a lot more of our fuel down below rather than up above. Squat this bad boy down a little bit. Now, one thing we need to do is we don't have any of our science stuff on here. So we need to get our science stuff on here because we most definitely want to do some science while we're there. There we go. And we want to do a seismic scan on this one, so I gotta remember to grab that. Let's get 5 of these, make sure we got plenty to get all of it while we're there. We will only need 1 barometer, I'm quite sure. And we will need a thermometer. Let's get the accelerometer here, and we'll put it out here. And the survey scanner I really want to try, but this fucker is huge. So we're not going to try it on this one. But I do want to do this. I also want to put in one of these so we can try to collect some extra stuff from the material bay while we're there. So let's close that up, put that back on, and we're going to put this on here. Did a small show stream and got a bunch of bits and my first donation. Congratulations, dude. If it can land on the moon, it can land on Minmus. Well, good to know, because this bad boy can definitely land on Minmus. Alright, so let's save it there. And this should not be there. This should be up here a bit. We're going to take these off because, again, they don't do shit. I really don't even know. I need to actually do some playing around and see what it's going to take to get these stages brought back down safely. I think I could do it with the boosters. But I don't know how many parachutes it takes. You know what? Hold on. That. And those 3, that's our first stage. This needs to go up here. So then we're going to kick off all the boosters. And this needs to go way the fuck up there somewhere. After those go off, we're going to kick on the main stage once the side boosters go off. Okay. And then we're going to kick that off and do that stage. Then we're going to do the landing stage. But we need this one when we kick them on. And then once we leave, we'll kick off the auxiliary tanks and the landing legs. We will dump everything, and then we will come back home. Alright, so let's save this. We're going to name it number Mach 3. There we go. And before we do this, we are going to do some quick testing. So I want just one of these sidekicks, and I'm going to need a Probodyne so I can control it. And just so we have some control over it, we'll put some wingy bits on the bottom. And we're going to put a nose cone on it so it's a little more aerodynamic. And we're going to put, let's put 3 of these and 3 of these. Now that should be a little extra. Now we shouldn't need anywhere near that much fuel since we're only sending it up. We don't want it to go much higher than 100. So that might even be more fuel than we actually need. So let's go see if we can do this. Let's launch. Can't recover them. Once they drop out of physics range, they will be deleted. No, I don't believe so. Because I've done it with smaller ones. I've done it with the thumpers, and I've done it with the hammers. So there should be no reason why I can't do it with a sidekick. Alright, SAS on. Yeah, this bitch is going really fast. Which is way faster than what I really wanted. And now, let's go ahead and throw the drag chutes out, slow this bitch down. And let's go ahead and speed it up. There we go, we're coming back down. And deploy the main chute. Everything flips over. That's going to come down at 6.1, which should be slow enough that it won't blow up when it lands. Now, you got to remember, when I'm kicking these things off, I'm only kicking them off at like 100 meters a second, probably 1,500 meters above the surface. So they should land rather quickly. And once they land, I know they won't get deleted. There we go. It came back safe. So 3 and 3 should be enough to do it. Alright, so let's go see if we can add them to it. And give this a shot. There we go. Load that up. And now we're going to take and put 3 of them on here, which is actually going to put 1 on each of the 3. So we're going to have to do a bunch of these. See if I can get in here to where I need to be. They don't have to be perfect. As long as they're around there, I'm happy. And then we'll do 3 of these. Hello. And I'm not going to waste enough time to do the whole thing. Since it's going to take forever to go all the way around. All of them, and if it doesn't work, well, I don't want to waste all that freaking time. So let's just try it with that. And let's see if they actually work or not. So what we're doing is we need to land on the moon of Minmus. We need to plant a flag on the moon. There should be, there we go, plant a flag on Minmus. And transfer or recover science data from the surface of Minmus. So we need to plant a flag, we need to land, plant a flag, and send back like the crew report from the surface of Minmus. And then we're going to go and do a lunar landing as well and plant a flag there. So let's see here. We have Jebediah. We want our scientist for this. And we don't really need an engineer. So let's launch. Oh crap, my parachutes are in the wrong spot. I gotta fix that. If you're out of physics range while they're still in the air, they will be deleted. If your rocket has such a low thrust to weight ratio, they can land. You've got much bigger problems to worry about them recovering $1,000 booster. Well, we will see. That's what I do, just in case you didn't know. Testing is what I do. This is what I enjoy. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I won't know for sure until I actually try it. So thank you for trying to tell me, that I'm wasting my time, but I'm going to waste my time. Alright. So all of that needs to go up to this one. So it's actually going to be easier to... Wait a minute. Hold on. This actually needs to be down here because we need to use that on the first one. But this needs to be in here. And all of that needs to be... nope, you're up too far. You need to go there. Alright, so I need to remember to save that when I go back. So we should have about a quarter thrust. We're going to go for half because I think this weighs a little bit more. And we'll adjust if we need to. So, 3, 2, 1. We're good. And go ahead and Throttle back down to 1/4. We're still moving, so we're good. As usual, we want to bust out most of the solid fuel just to get us up to 100 meters a second. We don't want to take them too far. We're going to use the liquid fuel to actually get us moving. Let's start a little bit of a gravity turn. Slow down just a bit more. Alright, let's set to prograde. Throttle up. Drop them off. Now, as long as they don't hit each other, which doesn't look like they're going to, we will see if they land or not when we get back. So now it's just a matter of getting us out to space and then getting us into orbit. And it looks like our gravity turn is working pretty well this time. We're not over too far. At least not yet. It's still falling over, but we're at 55. Oh yeah. Gravity turn worked pretty nice. And we'll go for about there. And we'll just let it continue its way out there. We'll take it off of prograde. And we will shoot further. Well, I guess we'll better leave it on prograde because it's still moving. But I don't think the SAS is going to be able to handle it anyways. Let's warp up here. Give me the music. 68. There we go. That's the music. Now let's throttle back up. Work our way over. Get all the way to the horizon. And now we will burn for orbit. Alright. That's it for that stage. Now we can get rid of those. There we go. And now we have our main stage. This is what is going to get us into orbit. And should get us at least close to the moon. We need to bring her back just a bit. Because we are at the apoapsis and we do not want to dip below the horizon. There we go. That's better. Go back to prograde. We don't want it to get too far away. Alright. We'll go to about right there. That'll keep it nice and steady in front of us. We are about to hit orbital speeds. Nope. Yeah, I haven't missed it yet. We're heading there right now. Oh, we need a little bit more. There we go. So there's our first orbit. Now we want to shoot for the moon. Actually, let's... Minmus is way the fuck over there. Let's try this time without going for the slingshot. Minmus is on a pretty shallow path here. We're going to need to fix the ascending node for this because, well, I didn't go up at the right angle. I always go straight east, and I shouldn't have. So let's get this ascending node right. There we go. And we'll go ahead and jerk that right on out there. Actually, no, we can't jerk that out there. Bring your ass back in. That's going the wrong damn direction. Okay. So let's warp to there. And get that shit done first. And let's see here. We want to go for maneuver. And we're going to turn on RCS to help with this because, well, it's a huge fuck off rocket. And we got a 17-second burn. Get your ass over there. There we go. Get that done. Close. 0.2. I ain't gonna worry about that one. Turn off the RCS. We don't want to waste any more of our minor propellants than we have to. And now we need to add our maneuver down here so we can shoot out that direction. We don't want to be quite that far out, thank you. There we go. That will get us a connection there. Minmus periapsis is a little high, but I can deal with it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Let's see if we can fine tune it a little bit though here. You know what? You've got a lot of words on my screen. Could you just stop for a second there? Okay, that is going to actually switch it to the other side, which I think that's the way I actually want it right there. Alright, so yeah, that's going to put me, yeah, that's beautiful. We'll go with that. Alright, so that's going to take the rest of that stage and part of the upper, which is perfectly fine. And let's warp to our next maneuver. That's why we have that upper stage, is to finish off this part, because we need to drop that before we actually land. So no matter what, it's going away. Let's see. It's much cheaper to burn for Minmus and do a plane change midway than change inclination in low Kerbin orbit. Okay, but that's like science shit. I don't care. My mistake is my rockets. When I first started, I did not have stages and I used solid fuel. Yes, I made the same problem when I started. I used a lot of solid fuel rather than using liquid fuel and solid fuel. And finally I learned that using liquid fuel boosters, you can control them where you can't with the solid fuel. And going up super fast, which is what the solid fuels usually do for you, is not always the best. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this burn going. So burn, baby, burn. Turn off the RCS because we don't need it. We have got one long burn here. All it means is that you do your normal, anti-normal burn midway to Minmus instead of around Kerbin. It's like 10% or 10 times cheaper. Okay, I can try it. It wasn't that expensive to do, so not real worried about it. Thank you for the information, though. Keep that in mind next time I do one. Now for the slow part of the burn. Alright, let's start slowing down here. Alright, so that is the outside of the orbit, I do believe. That is going to be the inside of the orbit where we want. Alright, so let's warp on up here. And let's see what we got. Actually, it was very large. Your inclination burn was like 250 meters a second. That's more than 25% of the way to Minmus. I still got plenty of fuel. Alright, let's get all the way up here and let's see what we got to look at. Now, I will warn you ahead of time. I am not doing a suicide burn, so, you know, I'm sure it's more efficient. Everybody's told me I should do so when I'm trying to land on the moon, so I'm quite sure you're going to tell me that I should be doing it when I'm landing on Minmus. I like to keep caution on my side, so screw that suicide shit. Better safe than sorry, in my opinion. Alright, so now we are into Minmus. Now we need to warp up to the periapsis and wave at the probe as we go by and prepare to burn for Minmus orbit. And once we get to Minmus orbit, we're going to try something I should have tried earlier and kind of forgot. Alright, so let's burn. It's a little early, but hey. It's just fuel, who gives a damn? Alright, so there we go. We have orbit. So before we do anything else, I want to look at that accelerometer here. Let's see. Log seismic data. Can't be done right now because I'm not accelerating. Let's go ahead and accelerate and see if that does it. Nope. Okay. Because it did say on the thing that you could do it while accelerating. So I was wondering if I could do it while I was up here. I should probably try it when I'm burning a lot stronger. Let's go ahead and warp to the apoapsis. So we're going to take a full trip around here. Stop, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and bring this periapsis down to about 9,000. I don't want to hit anything. That'll work. And now we'll warp down here to the periapsis. I'm not quite sure what the highest point of Minmus is, so I do know when I did this before, the surveys said above 9,000. So I feel 9,000 is probably more than safe. Alright, so now we're going to burn again and bring the apoapsis down. That'll be good right there. Let's switch over. So we've got quite a bit of fuel left, but we need to ditch that before we land. We're going to go ahead and turn on the landing legs. Boink. Alright, and we're going to go ahead. It looks like I should be fine getting over this little peak. We don't have any connection. Did I not put my... You motherfucker. I haven't put an antenna on this damn thing, and I'm supposed to send back frickin'... I wonder if a surface sample is considered recovering. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and get over this mountain. Let's see what we got over here on this side. That backside there looked rather tasty for landing. Most of this is looking pretty bumpy. This looks really nice over here. So I think that's where we're going to aim for. Because that looks nice and small and flat. Alright, we've got a pretty nice little area right there. So let's go ahead and throttle this down. And let's bring it to about here. Can't see the damn thing. Alright, that should be good right there. That'll give us plenty of time to do what we need to do to get this thing out of orbit completely. Get rid of this stage and get ready to land. We need to continue on about there. Let's speed up a little bit. So I want to get over this little hill here and get into this really nice flat area right in there. That's where we're going to go for our landing. So once we get past this little hill, then we will do our descending burn. There we go. Alright, so we're going to stay on prograde. We're going to burn off all of our orbital speed. There we go. Now we want to keep this on radio out for just a second. Technically, we could have just did that, but we're going to dump that. We're going to go to radio in. Hey, I said radio in. Oh, radio in's that way. Thought it was this way. Okay, I'm backwards. Thought radio was these, but apparently I'm on the side. Alright, so we want to be right there. Alright, turn off the RCS. I don't want to keep it on prograde because sometimes I fuck up. So we're actually going to put it on stability and just leave it right there. Oh, hey, thank you. That was the problem. Alright, so radio out on surface should hold me right there. That's what I needed. I'm used to it switching automatically. I can't read. Alright, so now we're just going to slowly creep down here to Minmus. And this one doesn't have the lights. So I can't do what I normally do for landing, which is turn on the lights so I can see when I'm getting really close. Luckily, this big ball of green shit. Hey, Pi, how's it going, man? I didn't even realize that was you, the comment. I didn't look at the name. It's been a while. How you been? Let's go ahead. This thing is coming down super slow. Holy crap, is it coming down slow. This is much easier to land on. Wow. Landing on the moon is much harder than this. Because you come down way fucking faster. Hey, it crashed. Alright, so there is our shadow. I love the shadow because it helps you know about how far away you are. You can kind of gauge how quickly you're coming in. And I should be down around 4 or 5 when I land, I think. So we are going to burn when we get to, I'm going to say when that shadow gets about here, we're going to burn again and get rid of most of this excess speed. Like I said, I do not do... Alright, let's burn, get rid of this speed. Let's get us down. Did I just go up? I did. I went too far. We're alright, though. That's why I don't put it on retro when I'm landing. Because if you make that mistake and you switch over and you burn too fast, you will end up switching your rocket all the way over and come down nose first. Which, if you didn't know, is, well, kind of bad. You don't really want to do that. Dude, really? I can't go any slower than 9? Okay. I'll deal with that. I'm guessing there's so little gravity out here that, because this is such a small ball, that even landing at 9 is going to be okay. Alright, let's turn on RCS. Because we are moving just a little bit sideways. We don't want to tip over. Which is that right there. Come on, get us back over. I hate bouncing. Alright, let's try that again. Now we're coming down much softer. We're going to bounce again, but this time we're not going to flip over. And this time we should actually just fucking land. Bloop. Why are we bouncing so fucking much? Oh, that's why. Those things are set super freaking high. I'm guessing the springs, the dampener should be like there. Not positive, but I'm thinking. Maybe I need to turn the spring strength down. Let's just turn both of them down to like nothing. Turn off the RCS. We're going to touch down eventually, I'm guessing. Could we stop bouncing? What is Minmus? Made of fucking jello? Whoa, it's getting worse. Alright, who the fuck had me land on a sponge? This is bullshit. This is complete and utter bullshit. Turn the dampeners up. We'll leave the spring strength low. Can we get this damn thing down to like 1, please? Holy shit. Okay, that's not right. Okay, spring strength up, dampener down. First landing touches down 27 times. Oh shit. You know what? Fuck it. Landing legs, go the fuck away. We're just gonna fucking touch down. We're gonna flat bottom this bitch. You don't fuck with me? I'll show you some good old fashioned fucking. You're going to land. You're going to stay there. Do you get that? Do you feel me, dog? You are going to put your belly on that green fucking jello and you're going to stay right fucking there. Like it or not. I'm not fucking with you no more. Now can you sit the fuck down? Thank you. Fuck those them damn legs. Holy fucking dog shit, that was ridiculous. I'm telling you, this shit's gotta be jello. Either that or I'm completely confused on how to use fucking them damn dampeners and springs. I'm guessing it's a bug with the landing legs. Okay, so I didn't completely fuck up there. Would you happen to be able to tell me what I should have the dampener and spring strength to? Because my understanding of it would be the spring strength should be all the way up at max. Because that's going to give it the least amount of bounce. It's going to be the strongest spring. And unless it's got a lot of tension on it, it's not going to push out a lot. And I might be exactly backwards. I was never good with suspensions on cars. I'm an engine guy. I usually have both of them near the max. Okay. Alright, so first off, which I have to ask, this says antenna state idle. Antenna rating is 5 kilometers. So it has an antenna, but it's just worthless. So that's not going to get me out to my relay. Because if we go to the map view, I have a relay out here. But it's not going to be able to get signal from there all the way out there. So I'm not going to be able to send anything home. I don't know how to deploy it. I was under the understanding that there was an actual... Are you talking the antenna on the relay? On the relay, yes. But by my understanding, there's an internal antenna on this Mach 2 command pod, but I've never figured out how to use it. If there's an actual way that you have to deploy it or whatever, I don't know how to do it. Alright, so let's get our science in here. We need a crew report. We got that. Oh, I'm not worried about electrical charge. I have none. I ain't worried about it. Oh, that needs to be off. But I'm not worried about electrical charge. I don't need it. For what I'm doing, it's not a problem. We did the crew report. Let's open this up. And let's log our temperature. 40 for that. Get the hell off my screen. Log the pressure data. 60 for that. Let's do our material bay. And got that. And Excuse me, pardon me, can I get through here, please? Let's do a whole bunch of goo. 50 for the first one. I do believe 4 of these is enough to get everything. Could be wrong, but I think 4 is enough. And we're going to go ahead and do all 6 because we got them. And I don't think there's any more things around Minmus we actually need to do with them. So we will just do all of them. Now we're going to have the science lady bring her butt out here. And she is going to do an EVA report. Which is another 40. And we are also going to have her take a surface sample. And keep that. Now that's 150. I don't know how scientists work. Can I store the surface sample in this thing? See, it doesn't give me anything on it. Let's see. Now with her out here, let's climb down a little bit. Are you close enough that you can reset this? No. You have to be inside to reset it? The amount of fuel you have, you could land at another biome for even more science. I have no idea what biomes there are around Minmus. I have to check that out. Let's get back on board. EVA report, surface sample. Now, is that going to store it in here? Container, collect all. Okay. So now, can I... Oh, wait a minute. Let's EVA again. Now, can we reset this? How close do I have to be to reset it? Close door, restore. There we go. And now let's do it again. It gives us another 125. And collect the data. Moving the experiment data will render the module inoperable. Restoring the functionality requires scientists. So remove the data and restore. Observe again. Still says 125. Let's keep that. Let's reboard and collect all again. Already stored. I didn't get to see the rest of it. But I'm guessing that's about all I'm going to be able to do. So let's close that up. I don't know if that's enough. Let's log this. There's another 100. So let's keep that. Now, can I log science data again? No. Alright, can I reset you? Let's let go, turn on RCS. Whoa, 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 you weren't supposed to jump. Stop jumping. Take data. Stop falling down everywhere. Alright. Grab back a hold. And let's get back inside. Store experiment. Aha. Now, can we run this again? Probably have to be inside for that. Now, log data again. Keep that. That should be plenty. Now, the surface thing. Where is the surface thing? There we go. Run analysis. Resource analysis performed for Minmus Greater Lakes or Flats or whatever it said. So it says biome Greater Flats, body is Minmus, ore is surf. What the fuck would you even do with that anyways? Alright, so now that I stored all that shit, let's try one more time to EVA and let's take another surface sample. Let's climb on back in, and just to make sure, we're going to have him get out and take one too. And he can get back in. Ah, fuck. Alright, so that didn't do shit. Let's see. Yeah, even with a scientist, the biome rules still apply. Multiple copies of same experiment in the same biome don't give multiple points, even though the pop-up window may show full points. For each copy, be sure to check the post-mission report for the actual points. And I can't check that until I actually get to the end of the thing, right? Alright, so explore mission is done. We need to do the plant a flag yet. And I don't know we can do the recovery thing because I don't know if that counts because we didn't radio it back. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so Jeb, you need to get your ass out here. You are going to let go. Turn on your RCS. And you're going to plop your little booty butt right on down here on the jello. Now, could you stand up and not fall over like an idiot? And you are going to plant your flag. And that will get that mission done. Bing. And site name is first Minmus landing. And the plat name is going to say, holy shit, this is some damn green jello. There you go. So we've got all that done. We can get that off, and now we can get your little butt back in the ship. Look at you do your fancy little spacewalk. How about you spacewalk your ass right on over here and get up there? Whee! You don't even need your jetpack for this. Turn your RCS back on. Up. Up. Come on. Good boy. Why does that say climb out? I want board, motherfucker. Alright, so we boarded. Fuel, holy crap. We still got that much fuel. That's all we use to land? Holy shitballs, Batman. Alright, so we're getting the fuck off this green ass rock. So up we go. And we're gonna go this way, just, you know, who fucking knows why, but we're going this way. Turn SAS back on, please. Alright, so we're just going for orbit at this point. Let's get over here to this one. We're going way the fuck out there. We put way more into this than we needed. But that'll get us, you know, where we need to go. And when we get there, we'll get us an actual orbit and come back to Kerbin. Alright, so warp up there. I'm learning a lot about Minmus. It takes very little to do anything up here. Alright, we have no electrical charge, so we're going to have to use RCS to turn. Because there's no alternator on this little engine I'm using. Alright, so let's speed up. And that will get us into orbit. We're not really worried about how we do so. Where the fuck is... There we go. So I do believe we're going this way. So I think I want to go... Shit. That way. That's not bad. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Go to our maneuver. Warp to the maneuver. Turn RCS on so we can get over to our maneuver. Only got to burn for 9 seconds. So let's speed up here. Alright. And burn. Pocket. Close enough. And that gets us back into orbit of Kerbin. And then we'll deal with getting the rest of our shit done there. Let's speed on up. Say bye-bye to Minmus. Alright. And let's go ahead, now that we're out here, go to retro. And let's burn a little bit. And get this back in there a little bit further. Alright, we'll do 60 since we're out here so far. And we will let it burn off a bit of that speed. We'll do a couple rotations around again. Probably just 2. Hi, Carbon, we're back. Did you miss us? Alright. Turn off this damn RCA. Well, no, we actually don't even need that. Alright. Sit there. Burn like a son of a bitch. We've got plenty of fuel to do it. That looks much better. Alright, stage those tanks out of here. Alright, and we will be landing. And we just went suborbital. Alright, let's speed up. Alright, let's throttle back up. Get rid of the rest of this tank because we don't need to bring it back home. We might actually be able to bring it back home. Alright, let's jettison the heat ship. Could you get the fuck off of there, please? Thank you. Alright, now if this starts weighing us down, we will jettison it, which it looks like it's going to. So let's ditch that. We'll get back to retro. Get back down there to where we can deploy. There we go. And now we can deploy the mains. And we'll come back. Because that was a bit heavy with that big of a tank on there. Did it actually land and not blow up? Alright, we are coming back nice and soft. Now, from that experience of landing on Minmus this time, I do believe I'm going to try a smaller engine next time. Because that definitely seemed to be way more power than I actually needed to land with. Alright, so this one, it didn't give me. Can I... where is it? I am see the damn thing. Fuck it. Let's get this done. Now this should give us butt tons of science. There was at least one or two in there that were like 100. Come on, get to loading. There we go. 812. Holy shit. So, material study from Minmus got us 125. Seismic scan got us 100. Surface sample got us 150. The other part of the material stand got us 27. The crew report was 25. Material study again was 6. Mystery goo, the first part, got 50. Atmospheric pressure scan got us 60. Temperature got 40. EVA report got 40. Surface sample, second part, was 37. Mystery goo 11. Mystery goo 2. Mystery goo 0.6. Mystery goo 0.1. And then I didn't need the last one, so I did need 5 of them. Seismic scan, the second one was 9.1. And then recovering the vessel from Minmus got us, from the surface of Minmus, got us 37.5. So for a total of 722.4 for that mission. And we're back up over 1 million. There's all the parts we brought home. And we have leveled our scientist up to level 3. Jeb was already there. So we should have some new shit to do. Explore Minmus. Docking on or around Minmus is a stepping stone to building greater things. Plus it's one of the few times when ramming things together is encouraged. So that's our next main mission to do. We have some more recovery missions, which we most definitely want to do. This guy is on Kerbin? Low Kerbin orbit. Okay. ferry these guys. Where do they want to go? Suborbital space flight, orbit Kerbin. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, we'll do that. And now we need to do a parachute test over Kerbin as well. Altitude of only 9,000. Speed of only 50. Fucking A, we can do that. That is easy. Alright. Research and development. With 800, I could get the heavy-ass rocket engines and the big-ass freaking tanks, which would be awesome. But I don't have the research points available to do this because I've got to level up the research station, which takes more money than I got. Or I could spend it on some of these lower ones and get them out of the way, unlocking some of these. We have advanced metalwork, which is a girder, a clampotron shielding docking port, and a stack quadcoupler. Ho 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 ho. We have a bigger shield protector, a stack separator, I-beams. I have no idea what I need those for unless I want to make a frickin' flat-ass space station. And a inline clampotron. No idea what the hell that is. High altitude flight. This is more aviation shit. For the plane, which I'm not big on. These are passenger modules and liquid fuel tanks for the plane, cargo bay, cargo ramp. That's kind of cool. Other than the fact that I can't land. Heat shield, extra large landing gear, and large landing gear. High power electronics was giving us the big solar array, thermal control, a fuel cell, allows fuel and oxidizer to be converted into energy. Handy for those places where a solar panel will not do. Also handy for reheating snacks. Alright. And then this one I think I want because that looks like a really nice little Probodyne right there. So let's go ahead and do a couple of these little ones we got here. Get all these 160s out of the way. Don't know if we're going to get them all, but we're going to get at least some of them. Let's go ahead and do this one because I want the afterburning turbofan. I think that'll be fun to play with. We should be able to do this one. And now do we want to do more wing shit? Parachute, landing legs, landing strut, heat shield, or fly-by-wire, reaction wheel. Let's go ahead and go for the wheels. And we'll get that out of the way. So that's only 2 of them now in the 160s we don't have done. Which has unlocked all but one of the 300s. Now let's go see what we have that we need to get done here. The ferrying those guys up to orbit is going to be really easy to do. And will get us some money, which we need. Let's see here. So the little Twitch liquid fuel engine only has a thrust in vacuum of 16. What we're using is 120, so that's going to be way smaller. The Ant is only 2. We don't like that thing. That's way too small. Spider is 2. I don't want that either. Puff monopropellant fuel engine. That is going to go... Wait a minute. Monopropellant fuel engine? That's like 20. That's better than the liquid. We could almost use that to land with. Let's actually put these on here. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of all of that. Put these on just in case. Change this to Minmus lander. Save it like that. Get rid of this heat shield. It's not needed. Save that. And what is this thing? Separatron. What the fuck? Is that supposed to, like, pull the damn thing away? Alright. And I think we're going to go with that. Now, let's leave here real quick, because I need to go check and see if any of those, if my test of trying to save that rocket booster engine worked or not. I don't see it out here. Let's go to here and see if there's any debris for let's get that off, debris on, and we're looking for the Moonlander Mark III. So this thing is in orbit. This thing is in orbit. That's in orbit. That's in orbit. That is really up in orbit. We can go ahead and terminate that one. Let's see. That's in orbit, but this is a different thing. We'll leave it there because it can land itself. That is out in orbit of the sun. Might as well terminate it. Same with that one. And Same with that one. That one. That one. And that should be it. Alright, so the moon lander, there, and there. So, yep. That did not work. Whether it's because something else hit it or it was deleted, I'm not sure. I'm guessing, since I was told that it wouldn't work, that it's because it was, well, deleted. Which really sucks. So, since that's the case, let's go ahead and go in here and take them off of that ship so we don't forget. Alright, so open, and this is going to be the moon lander. Load it up. Alright. And we want to delete all of these as they did check shit. Which really sucks, because it would be awesome to be able to save these boosters when they're not going up that far. Alright, so that should be all of them. Apparently there's one more right there. There we go. That's done. Alright, let's make sure we got our staging right, because I think something was wrong. We actually wanted these down here. We get rid of those. Main goes on with those. That goes on with that. And then the top. Okay. We're going to change this just like we changed the last one. We do not need that heat shield, because I should be jettisoning that before I come back. And let's go ahead and save that. And alright, let's see what we got here. So we have a nearby discovered Class A asteroid that needs to be brought into orbit. I want to go do something when we get before we launch here in a second. We've got a temperature survey. This is on the surface of Kerbin, which I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do. So we're not messing with that. Temperature survey of Kerbin. This is above, and above. We should be able to get this done, I think, when we do the recovery mission. Dock 2 two vessels around Minmus. That means we got to send 2 different rockets up there and dock them together. Except we do have that probe up there. If the grabbing unit is considered a docking, which I do believe it is, we could just go grab a hold of it. But I think it'd be a lot more fun to do an actual docking. So we'll probably build us 2 ships for that, launch them up there, and see what happens. But we're probably not going to do that tonight, as that's going to be probably 2 1-hour launches, so we'll save that for its own stream. Plant a flag on the moon, that I still want to get done tonight. Recover someone from Kerbin, we're going to go do that now. Surface outpost on the moon, I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do that. Atmospheric survey, we're definitely doing this today. Getting tired of looking at that thing. Orbit Kerbin, we're going to do that. We should be able to do this and collecting him in the same one. Haul this up to Kerbin escape trajectory. So we should be able to do that when we go to the moon. Let's see, parachute. Let's go ahead and get this parachute test done right now. So new, and this is MK25. Okay, so this is the big motherfucker, but we don't have to go very high. And for this, we don't need somebody. We can just do a Probodyne. There we go. There's our bigger parachute. We only need to get up to 9,000. So that's not going to be very far up. Let's get a decoupler here, and I'm wondering, no, we better do liquid fuel because we gotta have a specific thing there, so we'll use that tank. I don't think we really need that big a tank. We should be able to get to 9,000 with that, with as little weight as we got. And we can use, what do I want to use? Let's go ahead and just use the swivel here. And we'll put some wings on this bad boy. And just for shits and giggles of it, put that on there. I don't know why I chose such a small one. And let's put a flea on the bottom just for the fun of it. So that, get rid of it and do the testy bit we need to do. Alright, so let's launch this bitch. And I do believe I need to reboot my computer because we are not loading very well. Alright, SAS on. Launch. That's got our speed, but it's not going to get us where we need to go. So now let's use this. We only need to be at about 120, so we're just going to go on down there a little bit. We don't want to go too fast, because then we got to adjust it. And we're just going to go on up to about 9,000. I do believe that's going to get us there. Oh, nope, that's only 7,000. Come on. Come on. There you go. Nope, nope, no, stop it. Well, we completely fucked that up. We're not going to hit 7, or 9, we're only going to hit 7. Let's go ahead and see just how well this parachute works. I don't need more fins. I needed to not turn the fucking engine off. Let's see if this damn thing will land with that on there. Alright, let's get rid of that. Holy crap. For a big parachute, this thing does not work very well. What exactly is the purpose of that thing? Alright, so let's go. I don't want to revert, but I can't recover. Okay, we'll go. Oh, I should hit space. Center, not tracking center. Alright, let's get out of here. Although I guess what the hell am I looking for? Ain't there a flag right there? Where the hell is the base thing? There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Where's that last thing that just popped? That one. Recover. And let's get out of here. Alright, let's try this again. It's a good thing we chose to use the Probodyne for this instead of a man flight, since this parachute sucks balls. Let's see what this thing says. I thought it was a big one. I thought it was bigger than this one. Apparently not. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. What's known as a drag you parachute, small, deploys high up, and certainly not enough to stop you from smacking into the ground on its own, but useful for slowing heavy crafts down before the deployment of your main chutes. So this is a nose drag chute, basically. Now let's see here. That is way too damn big to put on there, but let's just do this. We'll save that whole stage. Let's break out the hammer. Just to make sure we got plenty. So we want to put... we're not going to need that. We're going to bring this whole thing home, thank you. So we want to hit that one first. And then that one. Let's try this one more time. This thing is getting slower and slower on landing. Or loading. I definitely need to restart. Sorry about that. I had to get a drink. Alright. SAS back on. Launch. This thing will get us quite a ways up there. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of the excess weight. I don't really need fins at this point. I got the swivel rocket. Should be able to handle it. I'm out of lower orbit. We need to slow the fuck down, because we're where we need to be. We need to get below 120. And there we go. Drag chute tested. And we're going to let this thing come way the hell down here to about 3,000. And then we will hit... Okay, never mind. There you go. Good thing we had fuel, huh? And it's going to come down at 5.1. Alright, so let's get way down there to where we're just about ready to land. And I'm going to kick on that engine at the last second just to make sure, because I know they can't take a whole lot of impact. Alright. Down to about 30. Boop. There we go. Now we can recover. So that got that done. Alright. Let's go see what we have here. Seismic survey of Kerbin near Bob's Bend. Let's see. Surface at Alpha Site. We've got 4 of them that we need to do. We'll pick it up, but it'll be a while before we try that. Hi, happy Enoch. How's it going? We're actually going to, because I don't want to lose this save like I did the last one I had. So we're actually going to split this one up into 2 sessions here. I'm going to go ahead and end for a minute. It'll take about 5 minutes. I'm going to reboot my computer and be right back. So hang out here for just a sec if you don't mind. And I will be right back. Because if I don't reboot and the hard drive controller goes out, it can corrupt the data on the hard drive, which I had happen to another one of my saves, and I don't want that to happen today. I definitely don't want it to happen to this save. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the game. Make sure everything gets saved nicely. And then I will do a real fast reboot. And we'll be right back. And then we're going to go see if we can land on the moon this time. Alright, so be right back, guys.